And corn. Every year, Mexico and corn. Every year, Mexico eats 46 million metric tons of corn. Corn is everywhere in Mexican food, like tortillas, tamales, and sopes. But now, Mexico is banning corn, and this is why. Most of the corn eaten in Mexico is not grown in Mexico. It's grown in the U.S. And the corn that comes from the U.S. is genetically modified, which makes the corn cheaper, but also very processed. And if all this corn is coming from the U.S., then Mexican farmers can't make any money. So Mexico banned all genetically modified corn from the U.S. But don't worry, Mexico isn't running out of any corn. Actually, Mexico has 59 types of corn that you can't find anywhere else. So for all this corn to keep being eaten, Mexico decided to ban all corn from the U.S. And because of this, Mexican farmers can continue to make money, and Mexicans can find all these unique types of corn to make so many delicious dishes. Mexico has...
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Let's start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Ra Kadash, which in the petty Hebrew tongue is correct name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers laboring in truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Shalom. Now, as we just seen from that short clip, if this is true, they say that Mexico is banning all GMO corn from the U.S. That could have big-time ramifications for Babylon the Great America. And see, this shows us something in the spirit. I'm going to show you what it's showing in the spirit, Yasharala. This is showing that the weak now saying they are strong, because they did never dare to move like this 10 years ago. Even 5 years ago, they wouldn't have made a move like this. This is showing that the power of Babylon the Great America is starting to wane. It's starting to fall off. So people starting to feel like big dog, like, I ain't got to do what you say do no more. I don't want your GMO food. I can grow my own corn and save and let my own citizens make money. So Babylon the Great, this is true, is going to stand to lose a lot of money. You know, a lot of money. 46 million tons of corn sold, you lose. And that's Mexico thumbing their nose up at Babylon the Great. So that's a very big move, and it's going to have severe repercussions if it's true. And see, back in the day, Babylon the Great be like, oh, you ain't going to buy my stuff? I'll send my military in there and blow everything up, and you going to buy my stuff. Like America used to bully everybody. The great whore that wouldn't keep her place at home. But now people bucking up like, I ain't got to deal with you no more. I don't want your BS. So let's get there. That's scripture. And it's all going to lead to war. Because who's to say that Babylon the Great won't feel some type of way and do something to Mexico, you know? We just never know what the future holds. But this can lead to war. I know that. Because it's going to mess up somebody's money. And that starts war more than anything. They say all wars are banker wars. So check it out, this Joel 3:9. Proclaim, yea, this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Everybody getting in war formation, you know, getting their military together. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So the Lord is getting everybody's military in formation, because it's time for war. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And we're seeing that. We're seeing Hamite African countries tell Babylon the Great America, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, bucked up. Haiti bucked up, and they took out their president. You got North Korea bucking up. You got Mexico bucking up. All these small countries are now able, because they got Russia as a guard, and they see the power of America starting to fall off. So now they're like, hey, man, I'm strong over here. I got this, I got that. I got more ties with trades. I don't need your stuff no more. So that's the weak saying I'm strong. So I'm looking at Babylon the Great. You better make some moves, because right now everybody about to pounce on you because you're looking weak. Like your own matching stuff. And it's crazy. You can tell what we're watching is a masterpiece, Yahshua. This is a magnificent piece of work by Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. When you look at how he's taking down Babylon the Great like he did in ancient Egypt. Because this is like twofold. It's taking out a food source and it's taking out money. Double. Just like when the locusts ate up all the crop in ancient Egypt. So this could lead to famine. Because you know how Babylon the Great get down. America, if they can't sell it, they'll just throw it in the trash. They ain't going to feed nobody with that. Esau ain't got no problem with throwing good items away. Because he likes to see pain and suffering. And see, for these little rebellious children of Israel, you know, that famine can kick in from this. You know, our corn gonna skyrocket. If they can't sell it to Mexico, they'll sell it back to Babylonians at a super high price. That's another move Esau Edom could do. You know, I just want to highlight that this is major. And it's not making mainstream news like it should. Because this got big time consequences on Babylon the Great. And then Mexico is considered a weak country because they don't have nuclear capability. So Mexico used to get bullied by Babylon the Great in America. And it looked like Mexico want to bump back and start dictating. I remember they first started and they said, I'm not going to build your wall. You know, Trump tried to make Mexico put the bill on the wall, and they're like, hell no. So then you got these cartels coming up here. They say cartels really run Mexico. So it's not looking good for Babylon the Great at all. The weak send their strong, and they're sending all kinds of their prison. They're unleashing all their prisons and all their gangster, you know, all their little hard heads and problematic people. They getting sent to Babylon the Great to be judged. That's what's happening right now. Lord is sending everybody up here to Babylon the Great to get judged. And Babylon the Great is losing revenue. And then you take this, you know this is a controlled demolition or collapse by just peeping the moves that the Lord is doing. Man, they got a small hatter as president now, a female small hatter at that. You know, let's play a clip on her as president. So you know this is like an inside job. They collapsing this country on purpose. That's why these red belly Edomites are going crazy. They never thought this would happen. The elites is like, they closing the plug on this place.
Breaking news from Mexico, where voters have elected a woman to be president for the first time ever. Matt Rivers in Mexico City with the details and how it could impact relations with the U.S. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, George. An historic victory this morning for Claudia Sheinbaum, who rose to national prominence here as mayor of Mexico City and now will take office later this year as Mexico's first ever female president. No matter your politics, this is a monumental moment for this country where politics have long been patriarchal, where women were not even granted the right to vote until the 1950s. Sheinbaum is also Jewish, another first in this extremely Catholic country. Her closest challenger conceding overnight, Sheinbaum currently leading by roughly 30 points. The question now, how does she govern amidst myriad challenges? First among them will be public safety, as we saw firsthand during this election cycle. More than 230 people killed in election-related violence, according to Mexican consulting firm Integralia. Also, how does she handle the United States? Her mentor and current president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, has a famously prickly relationship with the U.S. Does she follow in his footsteps, or does she chart a different path? That will be the key question, Robin, for everything from trade to migration to drug trafficking. Robin,
We'll have to wait and see. Matt, thank you.
It looks like the people already figured it out. As I look at the comments, bless me, Salakia. It says, seems like another WEF installment. So the people are already over. They already know what this is. And I'm looking at the comments, and that last dude looked like a small hatter. So they've been getting small hatter presidents. So that lets you know that Esau got full control of these countries. And I just like how the people are. This is why everything is happening. The truth is going out. It's hard for Esau to hide himself, you know. But nonetheless, we see the moves they're making, and looks like they're making good on their promise of making Babylon the Great, America, a third world country by getting rid of the trades that she used to have. So it brings me to my next scripture. When we go to Because this is what's happening. When you go to Isaiah 47:1, when it reads, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Talking about America. Virgin daughter, come after ancient Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. If you know anything about men, men love tender and delicate women. That's feminine women. Men love that. That's how America used to be to these other nations. It was tender and delicate, you know. Everybody look, America's the best, America this. Now people starting to see, you know, they wiping their looking glass, and America ain't looking so hot. You know, Babylon the Great is not called tender and delicate no more. So they're like, man, I'm gonna deal with my own corn over here. Or we gonna start opening up our own companies over here. This my cocoa beans over here. You gotta pay top dollar for them. This my rubber. You know, these countries standing up saying, this my resources. I want top dollar for it. I'm not gonna trade with you no more. How about that? And that never used to be for Babylon the Great. Like I said, she used to be tender and delicate, but we see the Lord is against her now. He says, sit in the dust. Goes in destruction and confusion. That's where this place is at right now. They're losing their trade deals. That's why I be telling these proud Babylonians, look for that dollar to collapse. You're losing trade. You're losing valuable resources. Back 20 years ago, Babylon the Great go bomb on you if you not want to do that trade deal or not give their resources up. They didn't have a choice back then. Now they got militaries together. They're getting their stuff together, and they telling, hey, Babylon the Great, hey, you ain't sexy like that. Like an old smoker woman that used to look good back in the day. She started smoking them drugs, smoking at work. And you look at it now, she look all nasty and methed out, missing teeth. And like, man, I ain't giving you nothing. You ain't bringing her back to the crib no more. That's what Babylon the Great is at. America looking ugly to these other nations. And they like, man, I ain't dealing with you no more. I ain't trading with you. And see, the reason for that is, when we keep it moving, this place is about to get plagues. Already getting all kind of pestilence. This is 2 Esdras 15:5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's starting right there with Babylon the Great, man. He said he's going to bring famine, sword, death, and destruction. Because this could very well lead to a famine. Like I stated earlier, Esau throw all the corn away if he can't sell it. He ain't going to give it away. These devils is too wicked. They can't make $1 off of it, it's no good. They'll just go to cricket patties or something like that, and then you won't see corn in the stores no more. The devil quit selling it. Since he can't make his money off of it like he used to, Mexico said, nah, we'll make our own corn. Our stuff is better. I notice all these other countries are eating better. They say Russia's eating more all-natural and better, has banned products from America, certain parts of Europe. I see Mexico. A lot of people don't want the USA's GMO food, man. All the stuff that, Gates of Hell is cooking up. Nobody wants that stuff. So America's going to lose revenue. And that's really what they want anyway. They want this place to be a third world country. And they want also, they don't know it, but they're bringing the famine that the Lord called for. He called for a famine, and Esau Edom was the one doing it. Because I work at a job where people return food, and the food still be good. Expiration date be good. And guess what they do with the food, Yasharala? Throw it in the trash. I'm talking about tons and tons of good food. Not giving to organizations, not giving to nobody who could use it. They throw it in the trash. That's what Esau Edom does, man. That's how you know this is a very wicked kingdom. Should nobody be hungry. I watched tons and tons of food get thrown in the trash. They say it's like some policy they got where if the food get returned, they have to throw it in the trash. I'm like, you ain't got to do that. You can get it to some type of food banks or pantries. Because I'm looking at this stuff. I'm like, man, this is good food. Expiration good. Ain't been open. In the trash. So this place has got to go. And the famine will be increased. And that's going to look crazy. When I look at that, all this food that got thrown out, and I see this famine taking place, man, that's going to be in my mind man, this devil threw away tons and tons of food. But nonetheless, it's prophecy. And we're in the house of David, Lord willing, and in this truth, to where we ain't got to deal with it like this. So I end off on this note, Yasharala. Because famine is coming. These little hardheads ain't paying attention. And the Lord is going to starve him out. This is what he's going to do. But this is for us right here. This is Job 5:20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So that offsets all the plagues we just seen that's going to hit the world, particularly Babylon the Great, America. It offsets it, man. Job, the 5th chapter, 20th verse. You know? And then I'm going to read 21 too. It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Because we in this truth, man. The Lord going to take care of us. Neither shall be afraid of the beast of the earth. So it's going to be protection. And it's going to be substance provided to the hopeful elect. But as far as all the jakes outside this truth, they're gonna taste of those plagues. And you can see all the moves happening. They said they didn't put that move on mainstream news, but that's a mainstream type of thing. That's major happening. Major type of things that you need to be in the know of. They too worried about the presidential candidates and earn out their little BS. Meanwhile, major moves are being made in the earth as far as how these nations trade with one another. And it doesn't look to go in Babylon the Great America's favor. So with that being said, Yahshua, I say, hey, I'm going to say Kwam Yahshua Allah, and stay locked on this truth, because Yahweh Shah is quickly coming back. Stay locked on this truth, man, because it's about to be real bad for everybody outside of it. So I'll leave you with that. Shalom.